we are kicking things off with a massive admission from Cadillac team principal Graham Loudon. Loudon has openly conceded that Sergio Perez was missing a vital upgrade component that may have significantly aided his qualifying push for the Miami sprint. We dive into the details of what this missing piece means for the race and the team's strategy.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at Sergio Perez himself and his ambitious future in Formula One. The Mexican driver has announced he wants to extend his Formula One career well beyond his current contract, aiming for 4 more years after returning to the grid in 2026. Find out what this means for his plans and his view on the current state of the sport. Now we get into the action with Sergio Perez reflecting on the race itself. Perez talks about his pleasure being back in the fight at the start of the 2026 Miami sprint, but also rues the team's decision to run the hard tire. We break down his experience from the cockpit. Finally, we examine the raw qualifying session. Sergio Perez reflects on his performance, describing the session as quite messy, and finishes in 21st place. Don't miss this deep dive into the chaos of the Miami Grand Prix qualifying and what it means for Cadillac. Stay with us for more racing news. Cadillac team principal Graham Loudon has admitted that Sergio Perez was missing a vital upgrade component that could have improved his qualifying performance for the Miami sprint race. The team showcased a virtually new car at the Miami International Autodrome, featuring updates including a new floor, front wing, diffuser, and rear suspension, marking a significant departure from the specifications used at the season-opening Australian Grand Prix. Despite the upgrades, Perez still finished out-qualified teammate Valtteri Bottas by nearly 0.8 of a second, missing out on a spot in the sprint qualifying SQ2 by less than 0.4. Both drivers are scheduled to start from positions 18th and 20th on the 22-car grid. Loudon acknowledged the package provided substantial aerodynamic improvements, leading to increased load through the corners and better lap times on track. He confirmed that the upgrades were implemented on both cars, but noted that Perez was missing a specific part that might have offered further advantage. Loudon stated, "This will be rectified in rotation, agreed between the drivers and team." Furthermore, Loudon indicated that Perez was also hampered by circumstances beyond the car upgrades, adding that he could potentially have secured a place in SQ2 had he managed to secure a second run. Loudon expressed disappointment, noting, "Sadly, we missed this after visiting the Way Bridge. This was a missed opportunity, but we will learn from it, and it shows that we have made a step forward." Perez expressed satisfaction with the team's progress and the car, but admitted that more could have been achieved due to the encountered issues and a feeling of being further handicapped by the team. He commented, "I was very happy with my lap in sprint quali, and the pace is promising, but sadly, I only had the one run." He elaborated on the qualifying challenges, explaining that they went out too late, preventing time for refueling and a second attempt. Perez concluded that while the initial qualifying run was positive, the team's immediate focus is on resolving the current issues. "In practice, we also lost some track time, so we are a bit on the back foot. When we get on top of this, we'll be able to maximize the package, which is a step forward. We now need a smooth day tomorrow and see where we end up on Sunday." Sergio Perez has announced ambitious plans to extend his Formula One career significantly beyond his current contract, aiming for a term of 4 years following his return to the grid in 2026 with Cadillac. Speaking to Bild newspaper, the 36-year-old Mexican driver expressed immense satisfaction with his return to the sport, highlighting the enjoyment of competition and teamwork. Perez stated that his previous perception of his F1 involvement as a short chapter has changed, fueling a desire to remain in the series longer, asserting that he remains competitive at a high level. While confirming his family's support for this extended commitment, Perez acknowledged that his current 2-year contract is being reevaluated in favor of a longer term, contingent on continued competitiveness. Despite his renewed motivation, Perez voiced critical opinions regarding the current state of Formula One. He expressed dissatisfaction with recent car changes, describing the sport as a completely different Formula One that requires adaptation. Perez stressed that while he understands the economic necessity of evolving the sport, he feels the passion for racing has diminished. He also echoed widespread concerns regarding energy management, suggesting that rule changes are necessary, but emphasized the need for governing bodies to listen to drivers regarding other desired modifications. Reflecting on his career, Perez identified Max Verstappen as his strongest teammate, acknowledging Verstappen's talent while suggesting that a more comfortable car setup for all drivers could have fostered closer competition. Looking toward the future with his new team, Perez set clear, though modest, targets to surpass other established teams and dream of defeating 2 or 3 of them. Sergio Perez expressed his enthusiasm about rejoining the competitive fray at the start of the 2026 Miami Sprint, though he voiced dissatisfaction regarding the team's choice to utilize the hard tire compound. The recent 2026 Miami Grand Prix Sprint featured several notable moments. Highlights included a dramatic halt by Hülkenberg en route to the grid and a strong start from Norris, who led off the line while Antonelli managed to move up to 4th position. Furthermore, the sprint qualifying session saw Norris secure pole position for the event in a display of speed and precision. The commentary also featured significant technical updates related to the race, signaling a period of intense competition and technological advancement in the Formula One landscape. Sergio Perez faced a challenging qualifying session for the Miami Grand Prix, describing the performance as quite messy for the Cadillac team. Perez ultimately secured 21st position in the qualifying standings. The session provided a mixed bag for the driver and his team. Meanwhile, the sprint portion of the 2026 Miami Grand Prix saw action, with Hülkenberg making a fiery halt en route to the grid. In the sprint qualifying, Lando Norris demonstrated strong pace, crossing the line to secure pole position for the sprint race.